Ever heard of a ruler who never dies? Yes, you heard it right. Emperor Haile Selassie, the celebrated Ethiopian monarch, allegedly didn't meet his maker as most thought. According to a fascinating tale spun by the Rastafarians, the emperor didn't shuffle off this mortal coil. Instead, he cleverly staged his own demise and disappeared into the murky depths of the unknown, all while continuing to pull the strings from behind the scenes. Quite a riveting plot, isn't it? Now, the question that's probably nagging at your mind: how on earth could someone fake their own death and get away with it? To pull off such an audacious feat, one would need more than just a flair for the dramatic. You'd need powerful allies, a network of influence, and perhaps a sprinkle of the supernatural. According to this peculiar belief, Selassie was not short of any of these. The story paints Selassie as a master manipulator, a puppeteer of sorts who continued to exert his influence from the shadows long after his supposed death. Picture it: an immortal emperor, unseen but ever-present, subtly shaping the course of world events. It's a narrative that has the makings of a Hollywood thriller, and yet, for some, it's a reality. But who were these influential allies that supposedly aided Selassie in his grand deception? The conspiracy points towards secret societies and powerful figures who would have had a vested interest in maintaining the illusion of Selassie's death. But that's not all. There's also a hint of the mystical, a suggestion that Selassie might have dabbled in the arcane arts. So, how did Selassie manage to deceive the world? The answer lies in the shadowy world of secret societies, influential allies, and perhaps a dash of dark magic. The tale of the Immortal Emperor is just beginning to unfold. Hang on tight. It's going to be one hell of a ride. The theory postulates that Selassie's disappearance was a well-calculated move designed to help him maintain his influence from behind the scenes. This is where our story takes a turn into the realms of the shadowy and the clandestine. The unseen hand, if you will, that continues to shape our world. Let's ponder on this for a moment, shall we? Imagine being a ruler, not just of a nation, but of global events. A puppeteer of power, pulling the strings from behind a carefully woven veil of secrecy. That's the kind of influence the followers of this theory attribute to Selassie. These theorists propose that Selassie has been manipulating politics, subtly bending the world to his will. Now, how could one man, even an immortal one, exert such influence? Well, there are a few theories floating around. Some suggest he's pulling the strings of secret societies, those clandestine groups whispered about in hushed tones. Others hint at powerful allies, individuals placed in strategic positions of power around the globe. Now, if you think about it, this isn't as far-fetched as it initially sounds. Throughout history, we've seen examples of rulers who continued to exert influence even after their supposed demise. And if you throw immortality into the mix, well, the possibilities become limitless. But it's not just politics where Selassie's influence is supposedly felt. Some theorists suggest he's been affecting global events, shaping the course of history, influencing economies, and even impacting global conflicts. A puppet master pulling at the strings of the world stage. And then there's the idea of Selassie as a shadowy figure. A man of mystery, lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting, and subtly guiding the course of human history. A figure of intrigue, shrouded in myth and legend, yet ever present. The puppet master, Selassie, is believed to be still pulling strings, influencing world events from the shadows. An unseen hand, quietly shaping our world. Whether you believe it or not, it's a fascinating concept. A tale of power, intrigue, and immortality that continues to captivate and intrigue. But how did Selassie achieve immortality? The answers are as diverse as they are intriguing. Let's start with ancient Ethiopian mysticism. This theory takes a deep dive into Ethiopia's rich spiritual history. Some believe Selassie tapped into age-old traditions, harnessing the power of ancient rituals to cheat death itself. These rituals, passed down through generations, are said to hold the secrets of longevity, even immortality. Then there's the elixir of life theory. This one's straight out of a fantasy novel, folks. Proponents of this theory suggest Selassie discovered, or perhaps was gifted, a life-prolonging potion. This elixir, rumored to have been concocted from rare herbs found only in the remotest corners of Ethiopia, granted him eternal youth. While this theory might seem far-fetched, there are countless legends around the world about such life-giving elixirs. Next up, we have the pact with supernatural beings theory. This idea suggests Selassie may have struck a deal with otherworldly entities, a pact where he exchanged something, maybe his soul, maybe something else, for the gift of immortality. The nature of these beings varies from theory to theory, ranging from ancient gods to demonic entities. Finally, we take a leap into the realm of science fiction with the extraterrestrial theory. This theory proposes that Selassie had contact with advanced alien civilizations who shared their longevity technology with him. It's a wild idea, but in a universe as vast and mysterious as ours, who's to say what's possible? Each theory weaves a fascinating tale of intrigue, power, and the tantalizing promise of eternal life. Whether or not you choose to believe, there's no denying the allure of these stories. A legendary emperor, a secret pact for immortality, and a world kept in the dark. It's the stuff of epic tales and late-night whispers. Whichever theory you lean towards, all suggest that Selassie made a pact for eternal life. But where is this immortal emperor now? The theories are wild and varied. Some suggest Haile Selassie, the supposed undying Ethiopian monarch, walks among us in disguise. Disguised as an ordinary man, he experiences the world from our perspective, keenly observing the ebbs and flows of humanity. Others spin tales of a shadow ruler, a king without a kingdom, who manipulates the world's events from behind the scenes. They believe he's the puppet master, pulling at the strings of power, exerting unseen influence over global affairs. His kingdom is not one of land and borders, but of influence and control. These theories, as outlandish as they may seem, give rise to a fascinating narrative of an immortal emperor hidden in plain sight or ruling from the shadows. Whether you choose to believe or not, one thing is clear. The tale of Selassie's immortality is a roller coaster ride into the world of the unknown. Just remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction.